This is 12 gauge aluminum floral wire. You get it at the dollar store. This whole thing is $1. $1. And it's great because it's super flexible, but then you hammer it and it gets strong. In case you haven't seen any of the other times I use this, and even if you have, this one is extra fun because I thought of it in my head and I didn't try it yet. And that's always what works the best. So I'm just gonna take like this much, which is probably 2 feet. And I'm just gonna, this stuff is so fun to play with. I'm just gonna put these two ends together and pull it towards the middle till I can find what the middle is. Kind of sort of there. And I'm gonna cut that. And I'm gonna line these up and see if they're the same, roughly. Yeah, they are, because I'm like so incredibly superpowered, talented like that. So now I'm gonna measure them for you, 14 inches. And that one is 14 inches, which is like, I don't know, centimeters, like 35 centimeters. Okay, happy? There you go. Now, take the middle of this guy, bring the two ends together, again, take the middle, right? Grab your pliers and hold it tight right there in the middle, and then bend like that. Bend them both the same direction. They're both going the same direction, okay? See that? Cool, right? Makes a little swirl, right? And then keep going with it. Keep it going. Keep the swirl going. Look at that. Keep the swirl going. Fun swirl. Look at that fun swirl. Keep it going. Keep it going. Look at that. Super fun. Make your swirl as tight as you want it. You can make it tighter, or you can you have a lot of space in between, or you can pull it. You can pinch these guys tighter if you want. Watch this. Watch this. Go in here. Pinch them. You gotta be careful they don't slip. See my hand's holding it tight? You can also do it against the table like this. Go like this, hold it tight, pinch them, see? And then get the rest of it tight. Pull it, roll it back till you get it the tightness you want, right? Cool, you like that? I know you do. You love it, you love this. Look at that. Now, since we're doing earrings, let's get the other one kind of looking the same. Look at that. 2 of them. And they're not perfect, but they're close enough. Put them on top of each other. Make sure they're generally the same size. That's all you want. And they're fun. Now watch this. You're going to end up with a longer one and a shorter one if you did it like me. And that's fine. That's what you want, right? Okay. Go like this. Ready? Take the shorter one. No. Sorry, take the longer one, right about there, get your round nose pliers, get it all the way to the fat end, wrap it around like that, okay? Wrap it around like that. Okay, do it to the other one. There you go. They look like 2 little animals. There's the head. They're both reaching out their arm because they're going this way, and they both have funky tails that go straight up. You see it? Of course you do. All right, now here comes the fun part. Get a piece of metal, like a door hinge or something, or if you're like really prepared, you can get yourself a little baby anvil. Baby anvils are grown in the baby anvil garden. You got to plant a little baby anvil seed, and then you got to water it for 6 months, and then poof, this pops up in the ground, and then you have it, a baby anvil. So take your baby anvil, put it on something soft, and then put that something soft on a piece of wood. Put that piece of wood on a hard floor like concrete or tile, or you could just put it on your lap. Believe it or not, it doesn't hurt. You just your thighs will cushion it, and you're just going to be giving it some taps with the hammer, and most of the pressure is going to be absorbed right here. So you're going to feel a little pressure on your legs, but it shouldn't hurt unless you slip and just hit yourself with the hammer. Then it will probably hurt a little bit. Any hammer will do. Now you are going to hammer all of this. You don't want to hammer where it crosses. You don't ever want to hammer where 2 wires cross because it'll make a weak spot and very likely it'll break. So we're going to be careful to hammer all around here. You can leave that loop. It's going to be fine. Or you can hammer the very tip of it, but we're not going to hammer right there. So let's begin. There we go. Now let's see if this works, because I only tried this in my head. So pay attention. You're going to take the tail of this little animal guy and move it out of the way a little bit. Now everything is stronger and harder to move. Should be that way because you strengthened it. Now we're going to unwind this a little bit. And we're going to take this particular one, the arm that's reaching out. We're going to see if we can bend it. I'm going to try to get it through that little crevice there. So, and we're in. Now roll it back. Roll it all back. You had to unroll it a little bit to get it in. That's okay. Roll it back, roll it back. If this guy turned a little, turn it back, turn the loop back. Okay, got it. Now, keeping this swirl as even as you can, fold this over the top, like that. Right? Now watch this. This is going to be wild. Wait till you see this. You're going to turn it with your pliers. Turn it this way on a right angle. So it's reaching straight out like that. And then you're going to coil it like this. Just fold it into itself. Pinch it. Goof. Roll it again. Pinch it. Careful not to slip. Roll it again. Pinch it. Now your coil might be a different size than mine. It's okay. There's no right or wrong. We're just making a coil. And at some point you might be able to grab it like this and actually roll it sideways like that. Once you get it up here, push it flat. As flat as you can. Might hurt your fingers a little bit. Kind of grab the pliers and turn it. Turn it like that. See that? Cute, right? Now what are we going to do with this part? We're going to make sure our spiral is good. Again, now you can still change it. Even though it's really hard because you hammered it, you can still manipulate it a little bit. But you want it to be nice and strong, which it is now. You made it strong because you did the right thing. We're going to take this one, bend it across here, and wrap it like that. And wrap this all the way around like that. Be firm with it, and then pinch it in. Pinch it tight. Make sure there's no sharp end sticking out. All the sharp ends should be shoved in there. Boom. Look at that. Look what we have. We have a swirl. Flatten it out. Make it just right. We have a swirl, crazy swirl, with a loop and a little baby swirl. And we're not even done yet. We're going to hang some cool stuff on it. Now you can just hang some cool beads, anything you want. Or you can just have it like this. Just put your earring hook. Or if that's too fat for your earring hook, put a couple jump rings. Then why not just one jump ring? If you just put one jump ring, your earring hook will go sideways. And then it'll face out of the ear like that instead of that. So you want to see if your earring hook will hook there, or do 2 jump rings. In any case, hang some fun stuff off of there. Hang like a long strand of beads, maybe a short strand. These are party earrings. Just have fun. Party away. In the second one, now I'm not afraid. So I'm totally unwinding this whole swirl to get that under there. And look, now I'm just winding it back. Total success. Look at that. Total success. And now remember, it comes around like this. Folds around like that, right? And then it makes, and then we do the curly Q. It's wild, right? It's a wild time. Wild time. And remember, this one comes up. Ooh, I almost don't have enough for this one. Let's make sure we have enough. If you don't have enough, really pull it in tighter. You want to have enough to get around that whole curve, because that's what locks everything else in. Look, I almost don't, but I'm going to force it. I'm going to squeeze this guy tighter. And I'm going to get him around. I'm not going to let him win. I win. I'm in charge. And I want that sharp end all the way wrapped around so it's tucked. There we go. Almost didn't make it on that one. Oof, we made it because we're amazing. All right, now this needs to be tightened up a little. Okay, somehow this ended up a lot smaller than this one. So I'm going to unravel this one. As much as I like it the way it is, I'm going to unravel it. And I'm going to make it tighter because they need to match. And they don't need to be perfect, but they need to be relatively the same size. So let's get that guy more matching. There we go, that's better. So that means This one's gonna have to wrap around even more than before. That's fine. Totally fine. Let's pull it tighter. We're gonna cut some of it off so it matches. There we go. Don't be afraid to mess with your piece and adjust it. And if worse comes to worse, just make a whole nother one. Make 5 or 6 of them and then pick the ones that match the best. Boom. If any of the purple rubbed off, hit it with a purple Sharpie. And then rub it with your fingers. Good as new. Let's add the party beads. Just get a whole bunch of string of beads. Get a wire that kind of goes with the purple. Silver or black, I would say. I wouldn't do a copper. That's like an earth tone. This purple is like a cool tone. So let's do some cool. Let's do some blues and purples and some black wire or silver wire. So I'd say I started with 14 inches. You guys should maybe do 16 or 17 or even 20 inches just to be safe. You can always cut off the extra. It's better to make them the same size and have a little bit, leave your tails a little longer and leave your other part a little longer so that you can have a little extra to play with so you're not as tight as I was to getting it just as close as I could. You have more room to play and then cut off some extra if needed. All right, have fun. To make the bead part, you can skip this if you already know how to do this, but basically get yourself about 5 inches of wire, put the bead in the middle, make 2 crimps, make 2 loops, like that, and like that, roll the loops in, roll them in tight, and then while you're holding it, wrap this around like that on a diagonal, and then wrap around the next part, and then hold this one the same way, wrap it around, and then come around in the diagonal, and then just start wrapping each one around the loop, just like that. Super easy. I'm going fast because I've done it a million times, but you can take your time. And then once you get a little tab, cut off just enough to tuck it inside the loop. That one doesn't need to roll around that much. That's too much. There we go. Okay. And then press the little sharp end into that little wrap you just made. Boom. See that? Spread these guys out. It's cute, right? Super cute. And then use jump rings to connect this to the next one. Now, you can also do a stack of beads like that. Oop. Stay. And again, take about 5 inches. This is 20 gauge, by the way, if I didn't say it. Stack them on. Make a right angle. Cut off just enough that you need to make a little loop. Roll your loop in. Make it nice and tight. Make a right angle on this one. This time, don't cut it. Hold the wire, bend the loop around, hold it like that, and now we're going to wrap around, diagonal in the crevice behind the stone, diagonal in the crevice behind the stone, diagonal in the crevice around the loop, and then just cut it enough to tuck. Tuck it in. Make sure it's tucked good, doesn't scratch. Make sure these loops are even. And now you have that cool little gem, and you can just connect these as much as you need and make a whole dangly strand. And then hang it from anywhere you can get a jump ring in there. One more thing, I couldn't figure out where to put the jump ring to hang these beads, so I actually uncoiled the coil so I could fit the jump ring right in there. And now I'm good to go. So let me show you, I'll do it on this one. I already had it coiled. I folded it back up like this, uncoiled it like that, and then coiled it back just enough so there's a little gap right there. So when I pushed it back in place, you could fit the little jump ring right in there. And that's it.